The finale of Young Sheldon didn't just close a chapter in the life of television's most beloved boy genius. It launched him headfirst into the story we've known for years in The Big Bang Theory. With heart, nostalgia, and an impressive attention to continuity, the final episodes of Young Sheldon gracefully passed the torch to Sheldon's future self. But how exactly does the ending of this prequel series feed into the life of the neurotic physicist we meet in Pasadena? Let's break it down. 1. The emotional core. Sheldon's humanity cracks open. When we first met Sheldon Cooper in The Big Bang Theory, he was a quirky, socially awkward genius with a robotic demeanor and an aversion to anything emotional. But young Sheldon has worked hard to reveal the layers beneath that armor. And the finale? It struck like a well-timed equation. The death of George Sr., Sheldon's father, is a key emotional turning point. While The Big Bang Theory often portrayed George Sr. as lazy or even deadbeat, based on Sheldon's own skewed memories, young Sheldon rewrote that narrative with nuance. George may not have been perfect, but he was loving, supportive, and pivotal in shaping who Sheldon became. In the finale, we see Sheldon struggling to process his father's death. He doesn't cry, at least not publicly, but we feel the loss through his silence. It's the kind of moment that rewrites our understanding of adult Sheldon. He didn't become emotionally detached by default. He did so because he learned, at a young age, that burying emotion was safer than feeling it. It's not that he can't connect, it's that it hurts too much. This grief sets the emotional foundation for his future relationships with Leonard, Penny, and Amy. That Sheldon can eventually love deeply, as he does with Amy, is seated here. George's passing and Sheldon's quiet mourning show us that his humanity was always there, quietly flickering beneath his shell. To Mary and the Bible Belt, a complicated upbringing. Sheldon's mother, Mary Cooper, plays a vital role in both series. In The Big Bang Theory, she's a devout Christian from East Texas who isn't afraid to wield a Bible and a casserole dish with equal force. Young Sheldon dives deeper into that world, one shaped by religion, grief, and pride. In the final season, Mary's grief is raw and loud. Her faith is both her anchor and her coping mechanism. The finale gives us glimpses of the wedge this drives between her and Sheldon. While young Sheldon doesn't confront her directly, we feel the divergence. He is science, she is scripture. He seeks answers, she seeks comfort. This dynamic sets the stage for the theological standoffs we see in The Big Bang Theory. Sheldon's smug rejection of religion isn't just a personality quirk. It's the inevitable rebellion of a boy who couldn't make peace with the contradictions he grew up with. His mother loved him unconditionally, but often didn't understand him. In adulthood, that tension softens into comedic banter, but young Sheldon makes it clear. The conflict ran deep. 3. The sibling equation, Missy, Georgie, and the family fracture. Sheldon's relationships with Missy and Georgie are more than just comic relief. They're emotional benchmarks. Missy, in particular, shines in the finale. Her grief is raw and loud, a stark contrast to Sheldon's silence. She lashes out, questioning everything. And Sheldon? He doesn't have answers. In that moment, we see the gap between them widen. By the time we reach The Big Bang Theory, we understand why they're estranged. But the finale makes that estrangement all the more tragic. Missy wasn't just his twin. She was his anchor to normalcy, chaos, and love. Georgie, too, gets a bittersweet send-off. He steps up, becoming the man of the house in George Sr.'s absence. His character arc, from slacker to responsible father, is hinted at here. We already know from The Big Bang Theory that adult Sheldon has a distant, almost dismissive relationship with Georgie. But now we understand that Sheldon watched his brother grow up too fast, stepping into shoes Sheldon himself was never expected to fill. That kind of guilt doesn't fade easily. For the final departure, college, Pasadena, and the lone trajectory. In the finale's most poignant sequence, Sheldon boards a plane to begin his graduate studies at Caltech, the very institution where he'll spend most of The Big Bang Theory. The image of young Sheldon, tiny in a seat far too big for him, holding onto his notebook as the engines roar, it's quietly devastating. He's heading toward greatness, yes, but also away from everything he's ever known. This moment is the true bridge between the shows. It echoes a line adult Sheldon once said in The Big Bang Theory. When I left Texas, I was a child. But by the time I came back, I was a Nobel Prize-winning man of science. The finale shows us that departure in vivid, emotional color. It reframes that line, showing us just how much he left behind, not just his family, but his innocence, his certainty, and his father. 5. Continuity, Easter eggs, and quiet goodbyes. The final season of Young Sheldon is filled with nods to The Big Bang Theory, both big and small. Sheldon's future wife, Amy Farrah Fowler, even narrates parts of the finale with adult Sheldon. It's a gentle reminder that, despite all his loneliness as a boy, Sheldon eventually finds connection. We also get references to the roommate's agreement, the seat on the couch, and even a hint at the genesis of the Bazinga catchphrase. These are more than fan service. They're breadcrumbs linking the two Sheldons across time. And then there's that final shot. Young Sheldon, walking into Caltech, notebook clutched tightly. Alone, but not unloved. It's not a loud ending. There are no fireworks. Just a quiet step forward. Conclusion. From boy genius to brilliant man. The Young Sheldon finale isn't just a goodbye to a younger version of a character. It's a carefully calculated equation, balancing humor with heartbreak, nostalgia with new beginnings. It shows us not only who Sheldon is, but why he becomes the man we know, brilliant, abrasive, bizarre, and deeply, quietly human. The baton has been passed, not with a bang, but with a bow tie. And so, as young Sheldon takes his first steps into the future, we know exactly where he's headed. We've seen the equations, the quirks, the heartbreaks. We understand the man behind the whiteboards and the sarcasm. It all adds up.